Hey guys, hope you're having a good Thursday. I just wanted to come on here and say, rest in peace to Ted Turner, who died last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess now. And then this past Saturday, the Atlanta Braves lost Bobby Cox, their famous manager. And quite frankly, I'm a Braves fan, Atlanta Braves fan my whole life. Being in southern Indiana, there was only basically four teams you liked, and that was maybe five. You either liked the St. Louis Cardinals, the Atlanta Braves, me, and then up north you liked the White Sox or the Cubs. In the state of Indiana, those were the four teams. I guess you could go across the border in Ohio and be an Indians fan or something, but in my neck of the wood in southern Indiana, you were St. Louis Cardinals or Atlanta Braves. Up north, closer to Chicago, you were a Cubs or White Sox fan. Um, and for me personally, I watched most of the 90s Atlanta Braves and some of the early 2000s. Basically, most of Bobby Cox's career from like the 90s into like the early 2000s. That was when I would watch literally after I'd get done playing outside or something. I'd come in, relax, and maybe watch 4 or 5 hours of the Atlanta Braves on TV. And kind of like Chipper Jones and a lot of the 90s teams that were really good. Greg Maddux, the whole pitch and John Smoltz. And I mean, that team, as much as it was good, it was kind of a letdown. Probably should have won more championships than it did. That being said, it was all led by Bobby Cox, and he he had he was a great manager, and he had his lifelong buddies, pitching coaches, and things with him. And he was just one of those really talented managers. He was almost like a plug and play kind of guy. And you could bring him to your team, he could plug guys in, and all of a sudden your team was like 50% better. Just because of Cox and the way he saw the game and utilized players. So, anyway, I don't know how old he was. I think he was in his mid 80s to high 80s, possibly in his 90s. Um, but that's how I remember my life in the 90s. Watching the Atlanta Braves in the summer and uh, playing outside, climbing trees and tag and baseball and stuff. And, just when you watch something that long, they do kind of feel like family. It's kind of weird to say, but they do. So, but anyway, it wasn't even possible because you got to remember Ted Turner owned the Atlanta Braves back then. So, none of that was possible until, you know, without uh, Ted Turner or Cox. Matter of fact, I don't even think the Braves would be in Atlanta today, or even maybe exist at all if it wasn't for those two guys. So, hats off to all those guys. Rest in peace. And yeah, man, I hope you're in a happier place, as they say. Hope you're in heaven and grass is greener on the other side. Um, Atlanta then, and Atlanta, I think, still today is considered a small market team. Uh, Although there's nothing small about Atlanta specifically, it's a very large city today. Um, but anyway, guys, have a good day. I just wanted to say thank you, Cox, for all the years of service, and Ted Turner for giving us such a good, talented team. And all those years financially, it was suffering, and you just kept pumping money into it. So thank you, guys. God bless. Talk to you later. Bye.